Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar news update video, and this one's going to be all about Avatar Legacy, this book that we haven't been hearing a massive amount about recently, but it's just over a month away from release. The book seems to be now coming out October 13th, 2015, so just over a month away, and we now have some preview pages. So we have the official cover, which you're seeing now on screen, which we've had for a while now, but we haven't really known what this book is actually, what the interior is going to be like, what the writing style is going to be like. And at the very least, what these 3 pages that we have here do is get across that, okay, there's going to be some new art in this book, and this is the writing style that the book actually has. So the first preview page is just basically purely art. We get to see who the kind of author is, the creative team on the book is. It's called Legacy, text by Michael Teidenbaum, original illustrations by Steve On and Dan Parsons, colors by Wes Zioba. Now, we've heard the name Wes Zioba before. He did a lot of the coloring for a lot of the comics in the Lost Adventures comic that Dark Horse put out, so he's been involved in Avatar before. And I assume the other guys have also had some work with Avatar before, but I think this is Michael Teidenbaum's first involvement in Avatar, maybe, but I'm not sure. But the art is interesting. You know, the face I think is the only thing that's even a little bit off, but for the most part, it's a pretty good drawing of Aang, you know, near one of the air temples, and kind of gets across like the idea of what this book is about. Aang telling the story of his journey to Tenzin. But definitely there's a lot more to talk about on the next page that we have here, and that is the double page spread of page 4 and 5, where we obviously see the kind of old friends poster, but I suppose this is the full version of it in black and white, where it was actually taken, and we obviously have older Toph, Sokka, Zuko, Aang, Katara, and Momo. Of course he's there. And yeah, the writing style on the kind of basically intro into the book, explaining to us as readers what the book is, but primarily Aang to Tenzin directly, explaining what the book is very interesting, because it definitely gets across what this book is going to be about, and for me, makes me pretty excited to see what the rest of this book actually is. So let me just read this out. Again, it's a little bit hard to make out, even when you blow up the image as large as possible. The text is not the clearest to read, but here we go. Dear Tenzin, as I begin to put this book together for you, you are 5 years old. Though you are still a boy, every day you are becoming bigger, smarter, and stronger. There might be a time, say between the ages of 13 and 25, when you'll be too busy with your friends, your studies, your training, or girls to listen to your old man. So let me say this while your ears and heart are still open. Through hard work, love, and friendship, you can accomplish anything, maybe even save the world. The most important thing you can learn is who you are, but you can't truly know yourself until you understand where you came from. I think the time has come to give you a sense of your history, our history, because it's an important one. I would not be here, and you certainly would not be here, if it weren't for the amazing journey that I took with your mother, your uncle Sokka, and our dear friend Toph. This book is a collection of stories and mementos from that time in my life. Your mom, Sokka, Toph, and I made it just for you. This isn't every single detail. You'll learn those things in school. It is just a few of the more meaningful moments. So that's definitely the most interesting part for me. That to me, what that gets across is that this isn't just going to be a recap of Avatar: The Last Airbender. He's probably going to touch on some of the key moments from Avatar: The Last Airbender, but to me, that's telling me that there are at least going to be some new stuff, some really meaningful moments, kind of in Tenzin's life, in Aang's life. So I would hope we get a few little extra moments, or at least new perspective on moments we already know about. But obviously it continues on. I know you won't be able to understand a lot of this for years to come, but one fact of great magnitude, and the sooner you understand it the better: you are the first airbender to be born in more than 100 years, and one day you will lead the Air Nation. For now, unless your mom and I bring you an airbender brother or sister, it looks like it's just you and me, kid. Every Avatar in history has had a role in shaping the state of the world, but the things that happened during my life as the Avatar, especially during the days when I had to learn waterbending, earthbending, and firebending on the run, shaped history as none before. I hope this book will give you some insight into my life and the world you know it as today. I may be the Avatar, but no human lives forever. When my time is over, the spirit of the Avatar will live on and eventually return in another. It'll be up to you to train the next Avatar. I want you to know all you can before these responsibilities fall upon you. Enjoy this book, my son, and know that your mother and I will always be proud of you. With love, Dad. So, yeah, a little bit hard to read there, obviously, trying to record this and read the not massively clear print. The resolution on this scan, I assume, isn't really that good at all. But yeah, it definitely gets across what it needs to. Like, definitely there are kind of hints that, okay, maybe it will just be recaps of, like, stuff that are, like, from his time, and we probably won't get that many stuff past what we've seen. Like, there doesn't really seem to be that much mention of, like, the comics even. So, you know, it's definitely going to be interesting, and we still don't, I suppose, fully know how much new stuff exactly there's going to be. But I definitely feel like the writing style there kind of fits Aang. You know, fits an older Aang, that it still has some of kind of what he's about, but you can tell there's more maturity there. But let's move on to the next page here, which is, let me just scroll down. Page 22 and 23 from the book. It's all about the water tribes. So we get to hear that Aang's obviously narrating this. Originally, there was only one water tribe located at the North Pole. Eventually, a group of warriors, waterbenders, and healers established a new tribe at the South Pole. However, the 100-Year War disrupted contact between the two tribes, so when the Southern Water Tribe was suffering from brutal raids, the Northern Water Tribe was unable to help. The Water Tribe flag depicts a circle with a crescent moon and ocean waves representing the moon spirit and ocean spirit, who give the water tribes their power and philosophy. So, and that's an interesting little line, because not every fan knows basically the history of how the water tribes were formed. You have to look a little bit into the lore of the Avatar world to get that, oh, it was actually the North Pole that started even before the South Pole, and then they established that, and then the Foggy Swamp tribe was kind of established from both of them effectively. We get a little bit on them. And, you know, there's little moments here, like members of the Foggy Swamp tribe live in a settlement in the Earth Kingdom. Amazingly, the people of the Southern and Northern Water tribes didn't even know these waterbenders existed until your mother and I found them by accident. They could make vines move by bending the water flowing through the plants. So, you know, just little moments like Aang kind of referring to Katara as your mother, talking directly to Tenzin, is a nice thing. You get stuff about the Northern Water tribe, just referencing that in the old days, only boys could train to become waterbenders. The girls had to become healers. But your mother changed all that. She wasn't going to let anyone tell her what she could or couldn't do. The Southern Water Tribe, this is where your mother Katara is from, and it's where she found me frozen in an iceberg and set me free. The Southern Water Tribe tends to be more rural, and the tribe is actually made up of many small tribes led by chieftains and elders who sit on a council and govern together. So that's a little kind of political fact about the Southern Water Tribe. We didn't fully know that there's a few chieftains and stuff like that. But obviously, maybe there'll be more on that as we get further through the book. But then we move on to, I think it's page 38 and 39. So, you know, that's a good, like, 15 pages between them talking about the Water Tribe and talking about the Fire Nation. So I'm kind of wondering, like, they spend a lot of time on the Fire Nation, or is this kind of done book by book? Like, when they're talking about the Water Tribe, is he talking about his experiences during Book 1 Water, or what? So we still don't know the full breakdown of what exactly this book is, but Fire Nation, interesting. You know, the Fire Nation is located on a group of volcanic islands, many of which are still active. It was once the world leader in technological advancements and industry. Prosperity didn't spread to all its citizens. Firelord Sozin, Azulon, and Ozai were responsible for the 100-Year War, but Zuko and I believe the Fire Nation can correct its past. Fire Nation flag contains their national symbol, a teardrop-shaped flame at the center of a triangular banner. They talk about the resources of the city, the Fire Festival, Fire Nation capital. Nothing incredibly new here, but you know, it's definitely interesting. There could be a few interesting new facts that we haven't heard before in the book. But right now, you know, the book seems good, but not like crazy impressive. I definitely feel that the preview could have been a lot better, but we're a month away from release. As far as I'm aware, I am still on for getting a review copy of this book. I'll probably contact Inside Editions again and make sure it's happening. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get an early review out for this book to let people know exactly what the book is. But other than that, that's really all the kind of recent news there's been. It's something we've been waiting for sure, the preview pages for this book, and we finally have them. And definitely the first kind of page I talked about there, the kind of little forward intro by Aang to Tenzin, so far has been the best thing I've seen. But they seem to be going just a little bit more in depth than I could maybe expected them to do. I didn't expect them to talk about like how the southern tribe was kind of formed from the northern tribe and stuff like that. That's stuff I wasn't quite expecting. So there's definitely some hope for this book to be the kind of level of detail that a lot of fans actually want. But yeah, that has been the video. In the comments, let me know what your thoughts were on the preview and the pages, the writing style, and so on. But other than that, that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.